Some battles are not fought for territory. They're fought for pride, memory and legacy. At the Dubai International Cricket Stadium today, 11 Indians in blue will speak without words, aiming to assert their dominance over an opposition that has been fending off challenges, both on and off the field. From the handshake snub to wins across 2 successive Sundays, India have been setting the agenda across all 40 overs. Pakistan have only played to the script, and each time the ending has favoured India. Between the no handshake controversy, Suryakumar Yadav's patriotic remarks, the Pakistan Cricket Board crying foul, and ICC reprimanding, not much has changed in terms of the wide gap in cricketing abilities of the two teams. Over the years, this contest has never lacked adrenaline, but rarely has it come with such a volatile backdrop, where cricket seems inseparably knotted with off-field tension. Even on their best day, this Pakistan team may not match the strength of a Suryakumar Yadav-led India, who have been the all-conquering giants of this Asia Cup. Pakistan may also not draw much inspiration from the last Super 4 match where Sri Lanka pushed India to a super over. That game instead has served as a timely wake-up call for India, who allowed Sri Lanka to match their mammoth target of 202. Today, Jasprit Bumrah returns to strengthen the Indian attack, but questions remain around the fitness of Hardik Pandya, who left the field after bowling just 1 over against Sri Lanka. Fitness permitting, India would like to go with their tried and trusted combination that won last 2 matches against Pakistan. Pakistan have stumbled and staggered their way to the finals. Except for Sahibzada Farhan, who briefly unsettled Jasprit Bumrah, there has been no batter of real substance. They will rely heavily on their new ball burst, hoping that the law of averages finally catches up. Be remembered less for the niceties and more for the outcome. For India, only one ending is acceptable: a victory over Pakistan. We have Ashish Shukla, Sanjeev Samyal, Neeru Bhatia and Shekhar Vijay now joining us. Thank you all of you for taking time out to be with us here on this very special occasion. Let me begin by asking Ashish Shukla, talk to us. India versus Pakistan clashes, I mean, in terms of the sheer context of it all. And still, even as this contest gets underway, you have the screening, the public screening in a movie theatre of the match not being allowed in Mumbai thanks to protests. So that's the kind of contentious, context in which this match arrives. India simply have to do what they've been doing well so far.
Yes, I would tend to agree with you. I believe India would have to play much below par, and Pakistan have to punch their weight to much above what they have or what they have had in recent times for this to be an even contest. T20 is a funny game, but to begin with, I would say India would have to perform truly badly to let this game slip out of its hand.
We're just experiencing an issue with your audio. We'll just fix that and come back to you. Let me just take this across quickly to Neeru Bhatia. Neeru Bhatia, we do know that, this is a contest that many would have relished. But this time around, you've got to say the feelings are extremely mixed as to whether, about this contest. But all said and done, the fervor remains the same.
Absolutely. No India-Pakistan matches lacks any fervor. That's for sure. And if it's the final, even more so. But the fact is that, the teams have met twice and twice India has prevailed. But in T20 format, one can't take anything for granted. So I don't think we should, the Indian fans should be either. It's not going to be a cakewalk. I feel so this time, unlike the other 2 times. But India has the upper hand.
Okay. India has the upper hand. Sanjeev, India has the upper hand. It's important to make it 3-3. I mean, if ever there was a chance to perform the perfect hat-trick, then this is it.
Yeah, absolutely. Basically, like it is not just about playing in a tournament. It is what you do all year around. So how the players have been training, how the Indian players have been training, how the Pakistani players have been training. So it all reflects when they come and compete against each other. So the I feel that the standard of Indian players has been very good. It's been like in world cricket at the moment there is Australia, England, and India. Like we can say that they are at the same level. Otherwise, the rest of the countries are not able to match these three countries. So it is not just about coming and competing in a tournament. It is about how our players are being produced, the kind of training they are getting, the kind of coaches we have, the setup, the structure. So it all reflects, that is reflecting the results. So that is where the difference is.
Shekhar, Vijay, the question here is what's going to happen in the first half an hour of play or so, isn't it? Especially when India is batting. They've been getting those incredible starts from Abhishek Sharma and Shubman Gill. And Pakistan's strongest suit is definitely their opening bowling.
That question for me, Suryakumar?
Yes, please go ahead.
All right. Thank you. I think there's some audio problem from your side. I heard the echo. So yeah, I think India's opening pair is quite a formidable pair. Abhishek Sharma is going to be the match winner for us. But I just hope the law of averages does not catch up with him, because it really looks like India has been playing really well so far. India's got all the things covered. But I also believe a problem for India could also be the fielding. India has dropped a lot of catches in the last game, and India also went through a super over in the game with Sri Lanka. So that can make a big difference. But as we say, this is the final match. This is the match which is the most important game. They need to forget about what's happened in the past and just focus on this game at the moment. Right now, the way I look at it is, I think our match winners are going to be Jasprit Bumrah. We've got Hardik Pandya. We've got proven talent in the team. It's a very young team which is raring to go. And in the case of Abhishek Sharma and in the case of the opening pair which we have, we've also noticed that Shubham Gill has not really performed so well till now, or even our captain, Suryakumar Yadav. So this is the game where they could really come into the picture and really make a difference, because this is the finals. This is the game which everybody's going to be looking at. Everybody's going to be watching. And this is the time when they can surely revel and show, the selectors what their talent is all about.
Right. Let's now bring this back to Neeru Bhatia. Neeru, the one is a matter of talent. Clearly, on paper, that's what anybody will with a casual acquaintance with T20 cricket will say. The Indian team is extremely strong in all departments across the board and has been proving its worth on the field as well, not just on paper. But Pakistan is always known for its ability to be mercurial. So India needs to be wary of that, especially because of the kind of occasion it is.
Yes, absolutely. It's not just Pakistan. Beat any opponent in the final, you can't take them lightly. Yeah. As simple as that. Because they've reached the final, willy or nilly, they have reached the final, and so have you. And so, therefore, you have to take them seriously. Having said that, the Indian team will not take them lightly. They didn't take them lightly in the first two matches where they won, and they will not do so here also. And they have full strength here. Jasprit Bumrah is back, and there's Abhishek Sharma and Shubman Gill going hammer and tongs at the top. You need Captain Suryakumar Yadav to fire a little bit too. But I see with the return of Hardik Pandya, things are settling down. So, their fielding has to be slightly better, no doubt. But otherwise, I think India has covered all its bases.
Okay. Let me take this back to Ashish Shukla, who's back with us. Ashish Shukla, talk to us. One is their opening bowling, and the second is the fact that India's own opening bowling. Jasprit Bumrah is back. It's a very, very important addition at just the right time for India.
Yeah, there are too many combinations one has to look forward to. There is a worry in Indian camp on Suryakumar Yadav's form, and Abhishek Sharma is the one who has set the tone. And as other panelists have pointed out, Shaheen Shah Afridi and his contest would be a major one, because as I have gathered, this is not going to be a very large scoring game. It's a new pitch which they have opted for the finals. They say the spinners would dominate, so you look at a score of between 160 to 180 at the most. So I think India would, in a low-scoring game, the margin is very less. So I think India would have to be at the top of the game. The one thing in favor of Pakistan is that they have nothing to lose. And if a team which has nothing to lose, it can do all kind of things without a worry in the world, throwing caution to the wind. So I think this is a game which needs to be watched out. And India needs to pick up its fielding, which has not been very good. India's spinners have been very dominant, which is a very good news. But the power play, in my opinion, is going to be key, because it is in power play where you set the tone, and where if you dismantle Shaheen Shah Afridi, half of the battle is won. And the same goes for Pakistan, who would look to attack in the power play, because they know that in the middle overs, spinners are going to choke them. So I think it's going to be a good game. India is far superior. As I said, India would have to play really badly to lose this. And India would have to perform much, much below their ability, and Pakistan much, much above their weight for them to have a different result.
Right, Shekhar, Vijayan, at this stage, it's like, it's India's game to lose, it's India's tournament to lose, it's India's trophy to lose. Pakistan has nothing to lose, considering all that's happened both on and off the field. They struggled for victory against a small team, and they were comprehensively beaten by India on both counts. This match, the question here is who is also ensuring that they're mentally tougher, isn't it? Because India had a tough game against Sri Lanka. It's important that India learns the right lessons from that game.
Absolutely, Suryakumar, like you just said, the pressure, whether we like it or not, is actually on India more than the pressure on Pakistan. Pakistan, as you've known in the past, they've always played a bit like this. They're very on-off. It depends on which side of the bed they get from. Depends on how they are on that particular day they perform. And nobody had expected that Pakistan would actually be in the final stage. I thought Sri Lanka was a better team. And coming to that, the last game which India played, which ended in the super over, I think India was tested on all levels: batting, bowling, fielding. And the fact that they didn't have two of the match winners there, they didn't have Jasprit Bumrah, not did they have Hardik Pandya. So that can make a big difference. I think what's going to be critical and important for India is to bring the A game to the table, to play it like they normally do, and to express the talent. This is a very young team, very talented team, a team which can operate on all levers. We have also noticed that with a performer like Abhishek Sharma performing the way he is, that also leaves a big void. It's almost like what Sachin Tendulkar was for us in the 80s or 90s. You have Abhishek Sharma, who performs really well, who performs at a very explosive strike rate. And if he gets out early, the rest of the team actually tends to, flounder a bit. That should not happen here, hopefully, because we've got so much of talent in the rest of the batting squad. We've also got proven bowlers, proven match winners like Kuldeep Yadav, and who can take wickets. But then this is the final, even a 160 total can look like 180, and that's where the real pressure builds up. And also, as we talk, there's so much of pressure from India, right? In terms of what has happened in the past, the handshake, no handshake policy, the various things which happened off the field, that will surely make a difference as they go to the game. And it's an India-Pakistan game at the end of the day. So India has always been a superior side. India's got a very stellar record against Pakistan, and India has got proven match experience. But in a T20 game, anything can change in a space of 2 balls. Anything can change, anything can happen, and that's why it's so exciting. That's why people love it a lot, because things can change so quickly in a T20 game. So nobody can even decide who's really going to win this game. But if you play the percentages right, if you get the power play on, if you take wickets, and I always believe more than the batsmen, it is the bowlers who win you games. Be it T20, be it Test, be it ODI, it is always the bowlers who win the games. If Jasprit Bumrah gets his A game in the table, which means he bowls first 2 overs, first 3 overs, or first 4 overs, and gets the breakthrough for India, and India takes on Shaheen Shah Afridi, which Abhishek will do, of course, irrespective of his reputation, I think we have a big, solid game on our hands.
Right, solid game on our hands. Stay with us. Solid game and solid fans as well. Let's listen into some of the reactions coming in.
We'll be enjoying the match a lot and we'll be supporting India a lot. जीतेगा भाई जीतेगा इंडिया जीतेगा जीतेगा भाई जीतेगा इंडिया जीतेगा You can see the voice of the Indians, okay?
बहुत अच्छा खेली हमारी टीम और बहुत बहुत congratulations to the whole nation and the team कि वो यहाँ तक आए. And the only expectation today is to give 100% from each and every team member.
मजा ला रखा है इंडियन टीम ने. आज ऐसा ही मजा हम फिर से एक्सपेक्ट कर रहे हैं. देखते हैं आज क्या करते हैं इनके साथ. शाहीन अफरीदी को इनको ओपनिंग भेजनी चाहिए और साइम से सिर्फ बॉलिंग करानी चाहिए. जीतेगा भाई जीतेगा इंडिया जीतेगा. टीम इंडिया में किसी का डाउट नहीं है ना. आज जीतेगा. चैंपियंस एशिया कप है ना, विन होएगा, कोई मुश्किल नहीं है. आज है ना आज अभिषेक शर्मा पक्का सेंचुरी मारेगा।
जीतेगा भाई जीतेगा, इंडिया जीतेगा, जीतेगा भाई जीतेगा, इंडिया जीतेगा, जीतेगा भाई जीतेगा, इंडिया जीतेगा।
Now, going into their finals against Pakistan at the Asia Cup, 8-time champions India are not without their share of concerns, which have been covered at times by Abhishek Sharma's rare brilliance at the top of the order. The team's two senior-most players, Suryakumar Yadav and Hardik Pandya, have been off colour, except for one-off performances. Suryakumar has managed just 71 runs in 5 innings, including an unbeaten 47 in the Group A match against Pakistan. Whereas Hardik Pandya has scored just 48 runs in 4 innings, including a top score of 38. Indian openers, especially Abhishek Sharma, have been taking the pressure off the rest of the batters. Shubman Gill has supported him reasonably well. However, any early upset could expose the long middle order, which is yet to perform at its best. Fielding has been a major weak link, as it's been pointed out multiple times, especially under the low floodlights of the Dubai Stadium. India have dropped more than a dozen catches so far, something they just cannot afford to repeat now. Sanju Samson has not batted in a fixed position throughout the tournament, which has affected both his performance and confidence as a matter. Additionally, the team has not yet been tested in a real pressure situation, barring the Super 4 match. Let's take this back to Sanjeev Samyal. Sanjeev Samyal, that's the question I wanted to come to you with. It is going to be crucial in case Abhishek Sharma and Shubman Gill get out early. What happens to the Indian batting lineup is going to be crucial. It's time that, if ever there was a time for Suryakumar Yadav to play a captain's dog, it is here in this match.
Yes, you have rightly pointed out. Basically, that has been the big concern. Law of averages is against Abhishek Sharma. So right now, it is this just one way that he has played in this tournament. Abhishek Sharma giving them those great starts, and that has helped them win all their matches so far. So how India reacts in case Abhishek falls early, that is going to be the real test. What it looks like is this Indian team has not played it to its potential. They are playing till like maybe 60-70% of their potential. It has yet to fire as a batting unit. Like as a batting unit, it has yet to fire. We have not seen the kind of impact which Suryakumar Yadav can have. He's got runs against Pakistan in the first match, but overall his record is not great against Pakistan. So, we have not. Sanju Samson has been batting out of position. He has opened so far, but in this tournament, India has got him to bat at number in the lower middle order, in the middle order. So, there are challenges for India, and Pakistan has got two informed pace bowlers, Haris Rauf and Shaheen Shah Afridi. As the tournament has progressed, they have looked in better rhythm, and they are going to pose a real threat. So the battle everybody looking forward to is between the Indian openers and the two Pakistani fast bowlers. So how India reacts in case Abhishek gets out early, that could be a decisive factor in this match.
Neeru, I see you nodding along as well. So it's fingers crossed that India. The script goes the same way. Abhishek Sharma gives us a great start, supported by Shubman Gill. But this will be important, isn't it? Because one is that for Suryakumar Yadav to not just play a captain's role, but to basically come back to form. And Hardik Pandya. Right now, we don't even know if Hardik Pandya is going to play or not. But if indeed Hardik Pandya plays and Suryakumar Yadav plays, all eyes will be on them, because if there was a time to perform in this tournament as part of the most successful T20 team in the world, it is now.
Absolutely. I mean, you can't just depend each and every time on Abhishek Sharma and Shubman Gill to give you the starts that they've given, though it's wonderful. They've been absolutely brilliant and out of the world in the way they have given us the starts. but a lot depends on, Suryakumar Yadav, Hardik Pandya, and even somebody like Sanju Samson who's been sent down the order. I mean, they need to be tested and they need to really deliver. If not now, then when? This is the final match. And one can't just depend totally on the openers to give you the kind of openings they've given you. It's just not fair. I think the middle order has to come on its own today, of all the days.
Today of all the days, the India-Pakistan Asia Cup Finals, which promises to be an intense cricketing contest. The two sides, the interaction between them will be strictly limited to on-field play, bear in mind. No handshakes at the toss, no pre- or post-match pleasantries. India's captain Suryakumar Yadav has maintained a firm stance. The only engagement with Pakistan will be through the 40 overs of cricket. However, a potentially awkward situation looms. Pakistan's cricket board chief Mohsin Naqvi, also Pakistan's interior minister and the current chairman of the Asian Cricket Council, is scheduled to attend the match and also present the winner's trophy after the finals. Naqvi's presence may prove contentious. Bear in mind, Indian players will be unwilling to interact with him, especially after his controversial conduct during the tournament, including a widely criticized social media post featuring Cristiano Ronaldo making a fighter jet gesture. So far, the BCCI has made no official statement on the matter, and that is the reason why questions now loom large. Ashish, if that were to happen, it is going to be a situation which is going to be decided on the spot, because so far there is no confirmation on that.
You see, it's so interesting that we would not only be concentrating on how somebody is bowling and how somebody is batting or the fielding is up to the scratch, but how players are going to react, how the people on the sidelines are going to react. I can also add to what you have said about the things beyond the boundary. And one of them is that the teams pose with the trophy before a final. And as far as I'm concerned, and what I have heard, is that is not going to happen. India and Pakistan are not going to together and standing next to the trophy before the final. So that is one thing. But you have spoken about we have spoken about both the teams, and I think we have a very seasoned panelist here, and I think our issue must be about what Jasprit Bumrah and Suryakumar Yadav are doing wrong and what they should be doing right for India largely to fall into the right groove for this final. I would say that Bumrah has been bowling a little too short to Sahibzada, the opener, and Suryakumar Yadav has an issue against spinners on a slowish wicket. So I open the forum and I suggest you take up these issues, how these two issues do we look to. Are these players going to change anything different in this game, or they are pre-season, they know much more than me. But do we see any change in their tactics in this game?
Will we see a change in tactics in this game, Shekhar Vijayan?
See, I think India should just play what they really play. They should just not change their strategy. And the reason why they've been winning all the games so far is because they've been able to express the talent well. Now, in the case of Suryakumar Yadav, he's one of the few players who can change the game with a few strokes, because he does not play the conventional strokes. He's the one who's spoken about when you talk about the reverse sweep, when you talk about the shot behind the wicketkeeper. He's somebody who's done that, and he's really brought T20 game alive. That's one. The second thing is he also plays a very important role during the 9th over and the 13th over. This is the time when the runs start trickling in. You take singles or doubles, the fours don't come through. I think that's going to be an important phase for India or for the batting team, in terms of how much runs can score there. So I think he has to bring his A game to the table. I also believe Shubham Gill has got a game which can work right through the innings. You would need one batsman to play right through along with Abhishek Sharma. So Shubham Gill can actually do the role.
Niru, you wanted to come in?
Yeah, I just wanted to add on what was said about, what happens if, the ACC president ends up giving the trophy, and how will India react. I think all those protocols would be sorted out, I believe, by the ICC and the ACC beforehand. So I wouldn't worry about that, and I think India would have made its position very clear. Of course, the ACC chairman is quite keen to embarrass India, being a Pakistan minister also. But having said that, I think those issues would be sorted out by the ICC itself. Secondly, I feel today is the day when Suryakumar Yadav will have to come on his own. As I agree with what the previous speaker said. He has to play his own game. He has to go just focus on his own game, and he's been skipping very well, Surya. There are no things to worry about as far as skipping is concerned. So I think he's just about now focusing on his game and getting on with it.
It's just about focusing on the game and getting on with it. And that's just not only for Suryakumar Yadav, isn't it? It's also about India as a whole, the Indian unit as a whole, isn't it, Sanjeev? Because there's so much noise of the field, who's going to be presenting the trophy, etc., etc., no handshake. In between all of this, it's important that India plays the right cricket. And even as we speak, some news coming in. It's a blow to India before the Asia Cup final. Hardik Pandya is not a part of the playing level. There were big questions around whether he will be able to play this match, considering the fact that he was out of the last match after bowling just one over due to injury, and those injury concerns have proved too costly for his participation in the finals against Pakistan. Hardik Pandya is not going to be playing in the final 11. Neeru, quick on that. That is going to affect the combination.
That definitely, and I think Indians were prepared for it. There was always a question mark on his availability for the final, and so therefore they will have backups ready. But an all-rounder is an all-rounder, but they have enough options to go with. So huge setback, huge blow, because he's a match winner. But I think the Indians are ready for that.
Big blow, but India is ready for that. That's the word coming in. Thank you, Neeru Bhatia, Ashish Shukla, Sanjeev Samyal, and Shekhar Vijayan for taking time out to be with us here on News 9.